First I'm going to introduce some people that are here. I think Mikayla's parents, Tim and Sheila, are here. Mikayla's coach from AAU, Coach Williams, is here. Adam and Susan, where are you? The Fishers, Ben's parents. I think Patrick is in here somewhere. Katie and Monty Dixon, Keller's parents. And then I want to say, Marley, I am going to introduce or say something about her parents as well. That's Jim and Jennifer. Guys, none of this happens without somebody who raised you right and stood next to you and was there with an arm during the tough times and kept you humble when you were winning. I remember we used to put my boys in the back seat when they were little and they'd have a tough game and I'd want to be daddy and embrace them. Sometimes there'd be more anger in the car. I'd just shut my mouth, okay? But I learned to always have an arm ready for them during the tough times. And I guarantee you, if you play sports and you're looking for everything to be fair, excuse my language, it ain't happening because it parallels life. These things don't happen without somebody very good, whether it's a grandmother, a neighbor, in this case, it's parents, it's coaches behind to be uplifting, not most of the time, not some of the time, but all of the time. Let's give a hand for these parents. I want to say thank you to our media that's here today because, guys, if you think high school athletics and athletes and coaches should get a lot of press coverage, you're exactly right. You're playing for the reason this thing is played. You're doing it because when you sit on a bench, whoever's sitting next to you is more important than you. He or she comes first. The goal of the team is bigger than you because the team comes first. That's not coach talk. I'm a coach. That's not coach talk. That's what kind of mom you're going to be, what kind of dad, what kind of husband, what kind of wife, what kind of employee. I'm 4-string in my home. God, I love it. I love it. My bride comes first and our 2 boys come first. And I'm a 4-stringer. And I love it. No matter who recruited me in college or where I went, I'm 4-string. And that's glory right there. Who you're sitting beside is more important than you. That's the beauty of athletics. Had a young name, my new head swim coach the other day. Gentleman was a 4-time NCAA qualifier at the University of South Carolina, big time. Had several of our swimmers come up, and Henry, I'll allude to you, came up looking eye to eye, shook his hand, and introduced himself. That's big. We're going to win state championships here. We're not accomplished, don't go for accomplished, let's win a state championship. 21 varsity sports. I'm not going to be satisfied till we win one in everything. And then when we get there, we're going to push to keep doing it. But we're going to do it with good people that do things the right way. Mike Ellis from Jamestown is here. Mike's a great supporter of Ragsdale. He bleeds royal blue. Mike, we appreciate you. Norma Dennis, I had the honor, every time I say it, I coached her son, Scott, just a couple of years ago, and I'm going to tell you, you raised a heck of a son. Norma has been awfully good to us. Michael Lindsay from High Point Enterprise should or will be here at some point. Is there anybody else I'm missing? Okay. At this time, let's give them a hand, if you will. Here's how the sequence will go. I'm going to have each coach say something about his or her athlete that's represented up here. And guys, I got to say something. I think you know you're well coached. If you don't, you better know it. And I know at 17, 16 years old, you got a feel for that. You're going to look back when you're 46, 47, and man, I was really well coached. Right now, and you don't win without good players. I got enough sense to know that, okay? But coaching's a huge part of that equation. Right now, we're one of the 10 smallest 4A schools in the state of North Carolina. That's about 100 schools, all right? We play in a conference that is filled with athletes. We line up and, buddy, you better bring it every night because these kids can hit and run, and they're big and they're strong. The second part of that is they're well coached. We got to bring it every night in coaching. But we do. Our conference has 6 schools in it, big schools with athletes that are well coached. Now, we're never about being number 2. But when this season ended, the entire sports season, we finished number 2 in our conference behind East Forsyth, who has, I think, about 800 more students than us. Our goal is not to be second, but our understanding is you're getting coached, and we're doing it with a bunch of top-flight young people who are athletic. 2's not the goal. 2's something to be very proud of. Let's give a big hand to our coaches. We're going to get to number 1 in everything, and then we're going to stay there. But we're going to be number 1 in the people we've got, always. At this time, I'm going to turn it over. I've got to get Coach Gore and Coach Braswell first. They were so good. They're in the middle of class right now, so they've got people covering, but they're going to go first. Coach Gore, if you'll say a few things about Mikayla. Thank you, Coach.
Had Mikayla for 4 years. She played volleyball. She was a great athlete when she came in here as a freshman, and she did nothing but prove that to everybody that would play. She made all conference, I think 3, sophomore, junior, and senior year in volleyball. She led the conference 1 year in blocking. She was a team captain. She did, she was at every practice. I think she missed 1, and that was the one that I told her to miss. In general, she's there every time. You need something done, you go to her. Everybody knew that. Rachel was setter, and I'd say, we need a point. That's where we go to. She's blocked the other teams. A really good athlete. Could play lots of different sports. So I'm glad. I hate to see her go. She did a lot for our school. One thing that she did that a lot of people don't understand is a lot of the younger kids, she helped them a lot to come through, and then they look in awe as they're at practice, because we practice JV on one net, varsity on one net, and they want to be like Mikayla. They want to do what she does. So, and they're still talking about that. So that's a good thing, and that's leaving her mark on some of these other kids that want to be like that. And then we'll follow her as she goes, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.